What if I told you that some city planning failures have literally destroyed communities and you've probably never even heard of them? From bridges that go nowhere to entire cities sinking into the ocean, these disasters reveal the dark side of urban development and the devastating consequences when planning goes horribly wrong. Today we're exposing the shocking city planning blunders that have shaped and shattered lives around the world. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear might just change how you see the cities we live in. The hidden dangers of well-intentioned innovations. One of the more overlooked but vital aspects of city planning is accessibility. A prime example is tactile paving, those bumpy tiles and sidewalks designed to help visually impaired pedestrians navigate safely. First introduced in Japan in the 1960s, tactile pathways have become a staple in cities across the globe. However, their implementation often neglects practical considerations, leading to dangerous and absurd situations. Misinterpretation and aesthetic overfunction. The problem isn't limited to safety, aesthetic choices can also backfire. In Japan, some subway stations feature tactile pathways that lead directly into walls, confusing and dangerous for those relying on them. Elsewhere, Chinese designers prioritizing aesthetics have created zigzag patterns that look appealing but serve little practical purpose, and may even disorient blind travelers. This disconnect between form and function becomes more evident in public spaces like Romania's Via Romana station, which is so narrow that travelers risk falling onto the tracks. Its origins are bizarre. In 1985, the Romanian government, under dictator Nicolae Ceausescu, censored the station because the First Lady of Romania claimed Romanians were getting too fat. Ingeniously, engineers built a tiny concealed station to appease her, which was completed secretly in just 3 months. The station remained hidden for a year, only to be revealed amidst public protests. Today, it remains a small, cramped relic of political absurdity. The desire paths. Every city has its desire paths, the worn-out shortcuts pedestrians carve across lawns or through unintentional routes. These are often symptomatic of poorly designed sidewalks that force people to find their own way. For example, a sidewalk with a large, unnecessary ring or a misaligned crossing may prompt pedestrians to cut through grass or cross at unsafe points. When projects stall mid-construction, unfinished infrastructure projects can become urban scars, symbols of mismanagement or corruption. Cape Town's 1960s-era freeway bridge, dubbed the Bridge to Nowhere, has been abandoned for nearly 50 years. Its construction halted abruptly in 1977, with little official explanation. Some speculate a calculation error or property disputes halted progress, while others believe funding simply dried up. The case of the Wisconsin fountain. Public spaces are meant to bring joy and relaxation, but neglect and oversight can turn them into hazards. In Wisconsin, the Aurora Hospital discovered that a decorative fountain in its lobby was the source of a Legionnaire's disease outbreak in 2010. The water, stagnant in a hidden foam layer beneath the fountain's basin, became a breeding ground for bacteria that caused serious illness among staff and visitors. The coin heist and the power of public space. Venice's Trevi Fountain is world famous for its coins and romantic legend, but behind the beauty lies a story of crime and community engagement. From 1968 onwards, a man named Roberto Cersoleta secretly siphoned coins from the fountain using a magnet, stealing up to $1,000 at a time. His thefts continued for decades until the police finally caught him in 2002. Legally, the coins are considered discarded property, so his theft wasn't technically stealing, though it certainly felt wrong. Love locks. In Paris, couples have expressed their love by attaching padlocks to the Pont des Arts bridge, then tossing the keys into the Seine. By 2014, the weight of over 1 million locks, some weighing 50 tons, had caused sections of the bridge to weaken and partially collapse. The city responded by removing the locks and replacing the metal grates with smooth panels, ending the romantic tradition. Hostile architecture. Some cities adopt hostile architecture, design features like spikes and sloped surfaces aimed at deterring homeless individuals or skateboarders. While intended to protect property, these features often have harmful side effects. For example, in Manchester, a metal skate stopper injured a 4-year-old boy who tripped on it, leaving a gash on his forehead. Bike lane blunders. Bike lanes are meant to promote safer cycling, but poorly designed ones can create new dangers. In Hungary, a wavy bike lane resembling a pump track confuses riders, while in Arizona, a lane abruptly ends behind a pole, forcing cyclists into dangerous situations. Indonesia's lane suffers from a pole right in the middle, turning what should be a straightforward route into a hazard. The UK's Magic Roundabout. Roundabouts are designed to streamline traffic flow, but the Swindon Magic Roundabout takes the concept to an extreme. Surrounded by 5 smaller roundabouts with cars allowed to enter from either side, it resembles a chaotic bumper car arena. Remarkably, despite its confusing design, it handles more than 1,000 vehicles per hour, often safer and more efficient than traditional roundabouts. The solar-powered disaster. Architectural innovation can backfire spectacularly. London's walkie-talkie building, finished in 2014, had a concave shape that reflected sunlight onto the streets below, creating a death ray capable of melting cars, frying eggs, and setting fires. Temperatures at ground level reached 161 degrees Fahrenheit, damaging shopfronts and even causing the nearby Jaguar dealership to pay thousands in repairs. Sinking cities and rising waters. Venice, one of the world's most iconic cities, faces an existential threat from rising sea levels and sinking foundations. Since the 1870s, floods have become more frequent and severe, with 2019 seeing 80% of the city submerged. The city's foundations are sinking into muddy soil, and climate change accelerates the process. In response, an ambitious flood protection system, MOSE, was developed, involving massive gates that block high tides. While effective, these gates have caused unintended issues, trapped algae and nutrient buildup, which threaten Venice's delicate ecosystem. Maintenance is becoming increasingly difficult, and experts warn that soon the city might become an underwater relic, an Atlantis of our own making. Lessons from the worst. These examples reveal that city planning is a complex, high-stakes endeavor. Poor design, neglect, or misjudgment can lead to accidents, social fragmentation, environmental disaster, or the destruction of cultural heritage. The common thread is the importance of foresight, empathy, and sustainable thinking. As urban populations grow, the stakes are higher than ever. Planners must balance innovation with safety, aesthetics with functionality, and development with preservation. Otherwise, we risk creating environments that harm communities rather than serve them. In the end, city planning isn't just about buildings and roads. It's about people, communities, and the future we want to build. Let's learn from these failures before they become our own.